The catch is I'm only going to read 3 books in this video. So, hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have here a nice stack of books. These are all of the books that I started in quarter 1 but didn't finish, or the books that I had put on a monthly TBR and didn't get to. So, it doesn't look like that many books because I have DNF'd like crazy so far this year. But these are the remaining books. There are 3 that I'm really wanting to get back to. If you've seen my vlogs, you probably can guess which ones they are. And there are some others that I'm not really wanting to get back to as much. I want to get back to Winter Garden. I want to get back to the Warsaw Orphan so bad. I thought about this book like every single day and I really want to get to it. And I've thought about getting back to The Murder of Mr. Wickham. The others I'm kind of like, meh, I could get back into, but I'm not really like caring about too much. If I had to choose 2 books to just like unhaul right away, like no questions asked, I would just get rid of these top 2. I want to at least try them, but I don't really care that much about them. But the others, like I do want to get to. But the 3 that I mentioned are the ones that I'm like, I really want to get back into. And you might think, well, that's awesome. This whole video is going to be about getting back into those 3 books. And you would be wrong, because what I'm going to do is I have these 7 options, but I'm going to go back to one of these games that I have from years ago here in my journal, my reading journal that I've had, gosh, many years now. I have not finished it up yet. Like 2021, I think, is when I started this one. I'm going to play Becca's Bookopoly? Is that what it's called? Becca's Bookopoly-thon? Whatever. I'm going to play with this board from years ago, and that is what's going to choose the books that I read. The catch is I'm only going to read 3 books in this video. So, I'm going to read 3 books based on this board. I have the books in mind that I want them to be, but if they don't match the prompts, then whatever I don't get to goes in my rollovers bag. I'm going to read 3 books in this video. DNFing does not count for this. If I DNF a book, then that means I just will roll again and whatever book I read will count. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and roll the first round, starting with the little go spot. And if I land on a chance, it'll basically be a title of a book, but if I don't have that book on here, then I'll just choose like whatever book seems the closest. Terrible angle, but one plot twist I just thought of. In her game, if she rolls double, she has to add a turn, and so that means she has to add a book. I'm going to switch that, oh, not switch it, but it's going to be kind of flipped, because in her game, that's kind of a punishment, but in mine, it's going to be, if I roll doubles, I will add a book, and that will kind of give me another chance to get one of the books that I really want to read. So that would be a good thing. Okay, back to a better angle. Book number 1. What does pattern text mean? Hold on. Wait, no, so it doesn't say pattern text, it says pattern and text. So let's see what we have. We've got the notebook, and that doesn't really have a pattern on it. We've got Mr. Lemoncello's library. I mean, you could kind of say that like the bookshelves look like a pattern. The pattern wheel, I guess, that could be close. Nah, not really. Mere Christianity, not really a pattern. Can I say that the railroad track slats are a pattern? No, probably not. Not really a pattern. Not really a pattern. So I think the closest one would be Mr. Lemoncello's library. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to try this again. I've tried it twice now. Put it down every time. We'll see if I actually get to this. If I don't know. We'll see. Okay, can I be honest? This is the kind of book that I should be so interested in, and I think would be a really fun one for guided reading. But for me, just like sitting here reading, I'm not paying any attention to it. I keep zoning out. It seems like it should be fun. I'm just not engaged. So I'm going to go ahead and DNF, and we'll choose the next book. Yes, I'll come back. Okay, I didn't realize it was right at the end, and I did cry with that last line. This is solid 4 stars. The Things We Cannot Say is still my favorite, but I loved this continuation of some of my favorite characters from that book. Now I want to go look at The Things We Cannot Say and kind of see. I want to go look back at the end of that talked about what happened with some of these characters and see how it connects. There was this part that I was hoping would be in here from a different POV that wasn't. Still really enjoyed this and glad I got to finish it. Okay, so you guys saw that I rolled 4. That landed on the emoji spot, which is an emoji generator. And I got a little graduation cap, so let's see what we've got here. What is the closest to that? Honestly, I don't even know. I feel like I can't justify these two. I don't know about the Wednesday letters because I know that the kids are like, are they teenagers? Yeah. I'm leaning towards the Wednesday letters. I could also justify Mere Christianity because it's kind of intellectual, and the graduation cap could go with that. And I'm like right there in Mere Christianity, so I've got... Oh no, I'm like really close to the end. I kind of want to lean towards that just because of that, but I think I should just finish up Mere Christianity. Even though I'd like to try this one, I think this would be something that I could finish quickly, and I don't have that much left. So it's kind of intellectual, so I feel like the graduation cap goes with that. So we'll go with Mere Christianity. Okay, I just finished Mere Christianity. Originally, when I read this is a reread. Originally, when I read it, I gave it 5 stars and I loved it so much. But this time around, I cannot give it 5 stars. There is so much in here that, unfortunately, is just not exactly biblical. And I think it's really important to remember that as much as people talk all about the great C.S. Lewis, he's still just a person and not God. So there's a lot in here that is really good that I underlined and highlighted and all that good stuff, but then I'd come across these quotes and I'm like, that's not actually true. For example, there's this part where he's talking about how we have to, like, he literally uses the word pretend and act like we are children of God, when literally the Bible says that we are. We're not pretending. And the passages that I looked up were 2 Corinthians something and 1 John 2 and 3, if you want to look that up yourself. So when what you're saying is contradictory to what the Bible says, we've got issues. And that's just one example. So there is no way that I could give this 5 stars. Again, I'm going to give it a generous 3 stars because there are still good points in here, good quotes. And then it just kind of goes back and forth. And I was very disappointed by that. But it's time to pick the next book, which could potentially be the last book in this video. Or it might not be. So let's find out. Maybe I'll flip that around so you guys can actually see what it says, but it was a mood read. So I know exactly what I'm going to select because I would really like to get back into Winter Garden. And the other 2 that I could have chosen would be these 2. I really don't care that much about the Notebook. But Winter Garden it is. And I don't envision DNFing this one, so this will probably be the 3rd and final book of this video, but you never know, so stay tuned and we'll see what happens. Okay, well, I fell asleep, so it's been a minute and I haven't read anything, but I did get my reward for finishing my March TBR game books in the mail, so I thought that I would treat you guys for watching this video with some book mail. This is a summary book by Jenny Hale, which I've only ever read her Christmas books, so I don't know how I'll feel about this, but I'm excited to try it out. My goodness, why she gotta do us like this? I was getting very close to the end and I was like, I think this is gonna be a 3 stars. Like, I can't see myself rating this higher. The ending, I did not see coming. And maybe I should have, but I didn't. It's not on par to me with The Four Winds, but still so worth reading. I really enjoyed this. There were parts where I was kind of like, can we move along with this? And parts where I didn't really understand. There's a story within a story. I'm thinking about doing a video where I just like talk about all the books that I've read recently that I want to talk about spoilers. Would that be interesting to you? Because I think that would be fun. Like, talk about this one, Four Winds, Hotel Nantucket. Yeah, just the Gracier, like other books that I've really enjoyed. I think that would be fun. Anyway, I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. And this is the end of this video because I have read 3 books. So I finished Mere Christianity, I finished The Warsaw Orphan, and I finished Winter Garden, which Warsaw Orphan and Winter Garden are very similar in a lot of ways, and because they're the same time period, well, parts of them are the same time period, it's very much a theme. I have 3 books that will be going into my rollovers bag. Got the bag right here. So we've got The Notebook, which has been in the rollovers bag before. We've got The Wednesday Letters, which has been in a rollovers bag before. And The Murder of Mr. Wickham, which I really was hoping to get back to in this video, but that's okay, because when I do get back to it, I'm sure I will really enjoy it. I don't know when a rollovers vlog is coming, but I feel like 3 books is not quite enough, so it probably wouldn't be anytime soon, but those are there for whenever I do that. Anyway, that's everything. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will talk to you all next time. Bye!